Hello traders, this video is a complete tutorial for the charting platform TradingView. To set up a TradingView account, you need to go to www.tradingview.com. If you are not in the United States, it will likely ask you if you want to go to the website for your country. As you can see, it is asking me if I want to go to the UK version as I am based in the UK. Just click yes and wait to be redirected. You can now click Join for free to set up a free account with TradingView. This will then bring up a sign-up form. Simply complete the form and click Sign Up. It will then ask you to confirm your account by clicking a link in a welcome email they have sent to the email address you provided. Open your emails and click the link and your account will be activated. You will then be redirected back to the TradingView website where it will ask you to give your first and second name for your new TradingView profile. Either enter your names and click OK, or click the cross in the top right corner. You are now signed up with a free TradingView account. If you are interested in seeing what a paid account has, you can now click the GoPro button on the toolbar across the top of the screen. TradingView offers Pro, Pro Plus and Premium account types with more features available to the more expensive accounts. You can choose to trial any of these versions for free for 30 days. If you scroll down the page, you can see what each account type offers specifically. I would recommend you try the account type you would most likely go for if you were to have a paid TradingView account in the future. This way you know that you are getting all the features you will need when your trial ends. If you just want to see the full unrestricted version of TradingView, then opt for a premium account trial. When setting up a trial, you do need to enter your payment details, although no payment will be taken until the end of your trial period. If you cancel the trial on or before the last of your 30 days, you won't be charged at all. For the purposes of this tutorial, I will set up this account on a premium trial. Once you have signed up and are logged into your account, to bring up the charting window, click the Chart button on the menu bar across the top of the page. You will then be taken to the charting section of the website. By default, the charts load as candlestick charts. If you want to change this, go to the candle icon drop-down menu and select the type of chart you want to see. To change the colour of the candles, right-click on the chart and go to Settings. Or you can click the little gear icon in the top right corner of the screen to open the Chart Settings menu. Under the Style tab, you can change the style characteristics of the chart, including candle colours and information shown. When you are happy, simply click OK. On the Scales tab in the Settings window, you can change a variety of settings in relation to the chart scales. One thing you may want to turn on or off is auto-fitting data to screen. This changes the scale of the chart as you scroll back to fit all the price data on the screen as you scroll. I personally find this very annoying and like to turn it off. To change the colours of the chart itself, head over to the Background tab on the Settings window, and here you can change the colours of a variety of different aspects of your chart, including the background, grid and scales. On the Time Zones tab, you can set the chart to different time zones depending on where you are located in the world. You can also add a session break line which plots a dashed vertical line on your chart to show where one trading session ends and another starts. If you can and have linked your live or demo trading account to your TradingView account, you can enter, manage and exit positions directly from the TradingView window. The Trading tab of the Settings window lets you choose which trade information you want displayed on the chart, when applicable. I'll talk about how to link your broker account later in the video. To change the cursor type, simply click the cursor icon at the top of the sidebar on the left-hand side of the screen and click the cursor type you want to use. There are a few ways to read what price the market is currently trading at. The first is to just look at the price axis on the chart and the current trading price will be highlighted. Alternatively, you can use the watch list window as this shows the latest prices for all the markets on the list, as well as the net change percentage for the day. If the window isn't showing, you can simply click the watch list button in the top right corner and this will appear. You can also add new markets to the list by searching for them in the add symbol search box at the top of the window. Lastly, you can show the buy-sell panel and you will be able to see the bid and ask price on each chart. To do this, simply open the Chart Settings window, go to the Trading tab and tick the Show Buy-Sell panel tick box. If you want to hide it again, simply untick the tick box. To change the time frame of a chart, simply click on the chart you want to change and then click on the time interval button on the toolbar across the top of the page. You can then select from a drop-down list of different time frames you wish to view. If the time frame you are looking for is not on the list, you can add it using the function at the bottom of the list. Simply type the number that represents the time frame you want, choose the time interval you need, and click Add. Your new time frame will now be added to your list. You can also favourite any of the time frames on the list so that they appear on the toolbar itself, rather than having to click the drop-down list. Do this by clicking the star icon next to any of the time frames you wish to make a favourite. To zoom in and out on a chart, you can either use the scroll wheel on your mouse to scroll in and out on the chart you are looking at. Alternatively, you can use the zoom in tool on the toolbar on the left-hand side of the screen. Once selected, simply draw a box around the area of price action you want to zoom in on, and it will zoom in on that area for you. To return to the previous view, simply click the zoom out button on the toolbar on the left-hand side of the screen. To scroll back on any of the charts, simply left-click on the chart and drag. As previously mentioned, if you have the Auto Fits Data to Screen enabled, the chart scale will change as you scroll back through the past price data. Again, to turn this off, right-click on the price scale on the right-hand side of the chart and select Auto Fits Data to Screen. You can enable time syncing on the charts so that as you scroll back on one, the other scrolls back to the same position, providing it's showing the same market. To enable this, click on the Chart Layout button on the toolbar across the top of the screen and click Time under Sync on all charts. You can access a variety of drawing tools and studies by using the menu on the left-hand side of the screen. The Trendline Tools button has tools such as standard trend lines, vertical lines, horizontal lines, extended lines, and channels. The Gann and Fibonacci Tools button has all the Gann and Fibonacci tools you will ever need. The Geometric Shapes button has a brush tool as well as a host of different shapes and free lines you can use. The Text button has different tools and shapes for adding text notes to the charts. The Patterns button has different tools for identifying important patterns. The Head and Shoulders tool, for example, lets you plot this pattern very quickly without having to do this manually using the other tools. The Prediction and Measurements button has a host of tools for measuring price movement and plotting price movement predictions. The Long and Short Position tools let you plot trades on your chart so you can easily see the risk to reward ratio as well as other trade details. Finally, the Icons button provides a vast array of different icons that can be dragged onto the chart, repositioned and resized. If you make a mistake when plotting a drawing or a study, or you move, modify or delete one by accident, you can use the Undo button on the toolbar across the top of the screen. This will undo your last action. Once this has been pressed at least once, the Redo button to the right-hand side of it will become usable if you want to redo the last action you undid. You can lock your on-chart drawings and studies so that you don't accidentally modify, move or delete them by clicking the padlock icon on the toolbar on the left-hand side of the screen. To unlock them, simply click the padlock icon again. You can also quickly hide all of your on-chart drawings and studies to show a plain chart by clicking the eye icon on the toolbar on the left-hand side of the screen. Again, to show the drawings and studies again, just click the eye icon again. It is also possible to quickly remove all the drawings on your chart by right-clicking on the chart and selecting Remove All Drawings. All drawings will now be deleted. When adding a host of drawings on your chart at once, you can enable Stay in Drawing mode so that you don't have to click the drawing tool each time you want to plot a drawing. For example, if I want to plot a few horizontal lines, I would have to click the Horizontal Line tool in between placing each line. But if I click the Stay in Drawing Mode button on the toolbar on the left-hand side of the screen, I will now keep the Horizontal Line tool selected after I plot a line so that I don't need to keep clicking it again between plotting each line. Using the magnet feature will make plotting drawings where you are trying to use specific points of a candle much easier, as the cursor will snap to key points when hovering near them. This is particularly useful when plotting horizontal lines of support and resistance, for example. The magnet feature has two settings, strong and weak. Weak will only snap to key price points when the cursor is near one, whereas strong will snap to the closest key point all the time, regardless of where the cursor is. To turn this feature off at any time, just click the magnet icon again so that it is unhighlighted. You can change the visibility of your drawings and studies so that they are only visible on certain time frames. This will stop drawings and studies that are plotted on the 5-minute chart, for example, from clogging up the higher time frame view, as the drawing or study will likely have no relevance on, say, a daily chart. To do this, right-click on the drawing or study and go to Settings, then click the Visibility tab and amend the settings so that it only shows on the timeframes you want it to be visible. Once you are happy, press OK. To use the ruler tool, simply click the ruler icon on the toolbar on the left-hand side of the screen. You can also quickly access the ruler tool by holding the Shift button on your keyboard and left-clicking on the chart. Once selected, click where you want to start measuring from and drag to the point where you want to measure to and click again. You will now have a box connecting the 2 points and a dialog box with some information inside. The top left number is the distance in points or pips between the 2 points measured. The second number in brackets is the percentage of the overall market that the distance measured represents. The third number is simply the number of ticks between the 2 points, so essentially the points or pips distance without the decimal place. The bottom left number is the amount of candles the 2 points have been measured over, and the last number shows the time duration between the 2 points measured. To add indicators to any of your charts, simply click the Indicators button on the toolbar across the top of your screen. A dialog box will then appear with a whole host of indicators to choose from. You can use the search function in the top left corner of the box to quickly find an indicator you are looking for. The list below the search box shows different libraries of indicators. Built-ins refers to indicators that come as default with the platform itself. Here you will find most of the usual indicators used by traders. Public Library shows a list of indicators that have been developed and listed by other traders within the TradingView community. When you click the Public Library tab, it will show you the top-like indicators only, but you can use the search box to find any listed in the library. For example, I made an open, high, low, close indicator a while ago, and simply searching OHLC will bring this up. My Scripts tab will show you any indicator scripts you have made yourself. My open, high, low, close script doesn't show here as it was made on another account. The Volume Profile tab will show you a few volume-based indicators that you can use. Finally, the Marketplace Add-ons tab will show you some premium indicators you can purchase for an extra monthly fee. I believe these come with a free 30-day trial and a comprehensive description about each. Chart layouts are a little confusing to get your head around, but can be extremely useful when you understand them. But they are essentially chart templates that work in a similar way to chart templates in MetaTrader 4. If you amend the settings of a chart to your liking, add relevant drawings and indicators to your chart and want to save it, you can do this by saving the chart layout. To do this, go to the Chart Layout button on the toolbar across the top of the page. If you have not already made a chart layout, click the Rename button and a dialog box will appear. Simply enter a name of a chart layout and click Save. TradingView will now auto-save this chart layout every minute for you to preserve any analysis you do on any market. When you change the market you are looking at, all the chart settings will be carried over as well as any indicators you are using. Then, when you turn to the previous market you were looking at, not only will all your previous settings still be active, all your drawings will still be present. Chart layouts become even more useful when you have different methods of analysing a market. For example, you may have a chart layout where you only plot trend lines on candlestick charts, and another where you only look at price in relation to moving averages using range bars. TradingView lets you have a chart layout for each of these so that you don't have to keep adding and removing the analytical tools you want to utilise. If you ever need to delete any of your chart layouts, simply click the Chart Layout button and click Load Chart Layout. This will bring up a list of your chart layouts. You can then click the X icon on the right-hand side of the chart layout you want to delete. It will ask you to confirm that you want to delete that chart layout, press yes, and it will disappear. To view a different market, you can either click the Market box on the toolbar across the top of the page to search for a market, or you can simply start typing when you have the chart page selected and the market search box will appear. At the top of the box you can see what you are currently searching. The tabs below the search box categorize the markets by type. The list below the tabs then shows the most relevant markets based on what you have searched and the market tab you have selected. For each market, it will show the TradingView symbol name, official name of the market, and the exchange of that market. So as an example, I trade the FTSE 100 with Oanda, and I know Oanda calls this market the UK 100. So I can type that in and look for a market called UK 100 with Oanda as the exchange to know that I have the correct one. If you want to show more than one chart at a time, you can do this by clicking the Layout button, not to be confused with the chart layouts we were talking about previously. This will then drop down a list of various layout options. It's worth mentioning here that TradingView restricts the number of charts you can view per web browser tab based on the tier of account you have. You can work around this by opening each of the charts you want to have open on different web browser tabs and arranging them over one screen if needed, although this method is obviously a little cumbersome. Because TradingView is a web browser-based platform, it is very easy to arrange your charts over multiple monitors, as all you have to do is open the platform on different tabs and drag each tab to the desired screen. To connect your broker account to your TradingView account, simply click the Order Panel button on the toolbar on the right-hand side of the screen. You will then see a dialog box appear. Just click the Connect button. Another dialog box will appear at the bottom of the screen with a list of brokers. It sometimes hides a couple of them. If it is doing this, just click the Show All button at the bottom of the box and they will appear. Then click the broker you have an account with and follow the instructional dialog boxes to log into your broker account. TradingView only integrates with a limited number of brokers, so if your broker isn't listed after you click Connect, then you will not be able to trade directly from the TradingView window. There are a few ways to open a trade within TradingView. First, you can click the Order panel on the toolbar on the right-hand side of the screen. This will bring up a Trade Entry dialog box. Alternatively, you can right-click on the chart and click Trade. This will then give you an option of opening a new trade panel, or quickly setting a limit or stop order using the previous position size you traded at. When looking at the Trade Order panel, the current market you are looking at will be shown at the top of the box. If you want to change this, you need to change the market you are looking at on the chart. You can then see the sell price in red, buy price in blue, and the spread in the center of the prices. You can then choose what market order type you want to use, either market, limit, or stop. Once you have chosen the order type, you enter the price you want the order to be set at if you have chosen either limit or stop. Market orders will be executed at the current market price. You then set the position size. As you can see on the screen, I am using a demo spread betting account for this, so the position size will be a per point value. If you were trading in lots, you would enter the lot size you wanted to trade in this box. You can then set your stop loss and take profit levels in a few different ways. You can set them by specifying a specific number of points or pips away from your entry level. You can set it by a specific price level. You can set a specific monetary amount, or you can set a percentage of your account you want to make or risk on the trade. Once you are happy with all the trade details, you can execute the order by pressing the big sell or buy button near the bottom of the trade panel. You will also be able to see details about the potential position below the button. To view your open trades within TradingView, you can click your broker tab on the toolbar across the bottom of the screen. This will expand the window to display the broker window. The positions sub-tab will usually be opened by default, and below this you should see a list of any open positions you currently have with the linked trading account. Here you can see which market the position corresponds to, the position size, trade direction, take profit and stop loss levels, price entered, the current price, and then the current profit and loss for the trade. To view any pending orders you have placed, simply click the Orders sub-tab and a list of any pending orders you have will be listed below in a similar fashion to the open positions list. To add a take profit order or stop loss order to an open trade, you need to go to the Broker tab, Positions sub-tab, and click the little pencil icon on the right-hand side of the list entry of the trade you want to modify. This will open a window on the right-hand side of the screen where you can select a tick box for either order and then enter the details for each. You can enter these levels in a few different ways, as you could when you initially opened the trade. You can set it by a pip or point amount, a specific price level, a specific monetary amount, or a specific percentage of your account. Once you are happy, simply click Modify and the orders will be set. You should also see a line appear on your chart corresponding to any take profit or stop loss orders you have just entered. To manually close a trade, you can simply go to the Broker tab, Positions sub-tab, find the trade you want to close, and click the small cross symbol on the right-hand side of the list entry that represents the trade you want to close. A dialog box will pop up asking you to confirm this action. Press Close Position and the trade will be closed. To view your past trades, you can use the Broker tab again. The name on the sub-tab may vary from broker to broker, but will be called something similar to transaction history, like I have here on an Oanda account. Here you will find all the same details as in the Live Trades panel, as well as date, time and transaction type. You can add price alerts for a market in a couple of ways. First, you can click the Alert button on the toolbar across the top of the screen. Or you can right-click on the chart and click the Add Alert button. Both these methods will then bring up an alert dialog box where you can configure the alert. The condition box at the top of the screen lets you choose which piece of data you want to receive the alert on. If you want the price of the market, then choose the market name. But you can also set alerts on the indicators on the chart by selecting the indicator you want from the drop-down list. You then set what you want to see happen in order to be alerted. For example, if I want to be alerted when the UK 100 price reaches a certain price level, I would choose Crossing on the next menu, then Value, and then enter the price at which I want to be alerted. You can then choose if you want this to be a one-time alert or alert you every time this happens. You can also set an expiration date and time for the alert, or leave it active indefinitely by selecting the open-ended option tick box. Finally, you can configure how you would like to receive the alert and what accompanying message you would want when the alert conditions are met. Once you are happy with everything, simply press the Create button and your alert will be created. In this example, you can see a dotted line on my chart to show where the alert is sitting. You can also see a list of your alerts by clicking the Alerts tab on the toolbar on the right-hand side of the screen. This will open the Alerts panel, showing any active alerts on the top half and an alerts log on the lower half with details of any triggered alerts. To edit an active alert, either double-click on the alert entry or hover over the alert and click the gear icon to open the Alert Details dialog box again. You can either then change the details and save the alert or delete it completely. You can also pause an alert or delete an alert by hovering over the alert and either clicking the pause icon or the cross icon to delete it. You can add text notes directly onto the chart by using the text tool on the toolbar on the left-hand side of the screen. Once selected, just click on the chart where you want to add the text note. A dialog box will then appear where you can type the text and configure the styling of it. You can also change which time frames the text note is visible on by clicking the Visibility tab across the top of the dialog box. This is a great feature, as a text note that is well positioned on the 5-minute time frame, for example, will just block the price action on a higher time frame, which makes journaling using this method very difficult. You can make market notes using the Text Notes tab across the bottom of the screen. These notes will be visible no matter what chart you are looking at and serve as a type of general notebook. You can give each entry a title, which is then easily visible from the list view on the left-hand side. It also has a search function in the top left corner if your list of notes becomes quite large, so you can quickly find the note you are looking for. The replay feature in TradingView allows you to replay candles one by one to simulate past price movement in a way that is close to a live environment. To use the replay tool, you simply select it from the toolbar across the top of the screen. This will open a small floating toolbar with a few controls. First, you need to pick the point where you want the replay to start from. You can do this by selecting the Jump To tool from the floating replay toolbar. This may already be pre-selected when you click the replay button. Once selected, you will see a vertical red line as you hover over the price action. Simply click on the candle you want to start the replay from, and the succeeding price action will disappear. Now the other controls will become usable on the floating replay toolbar. The play button will start playing the candles at the speed set by the speed slider. The forward button will immediately print the next candle. The To Real Time button will take you to the current live price action, and the X button will close the replay mode. There are a couple of things to be aware of with the replay mode. One is that if you change time frame whilst using the replay tool, it will automatically go back to the live price action. You cannot use the replay tool on more than one chart at a time. Also, there is a limit on how far back the replay tool will let you go. I don't know what it is specifically, but I am aware there is a limit at the time of making this video. I think TradingView is a fantastic charting platform, and if your broker integrates with it, then it makes trading very easy. Obviously, anyone who has used MT4 is probably shouting at me saying MT4 works with nearly every broker out there, but MT4 can be quite cumbersome to use at times. TradingView is a much more user-friendly platform, and they are continuing to add more useful features. However, this doesn't mean it doesn't have its drawbacks. A big one for me is the half-built replay feature. I really like using replay modes for backtesting. If anyone has ever used eSignal's replay feature, you will know that TradingView is a long way from that. Anyone following this channel will know that I have been using Motive Wave, and even though it has various annoying flaws, I have overlooked these because it has a very decent replay feature. I also think for brand new traders that TradingView is a little expensive. I would still advise, if you are just starting out in trading, that you go and download MetaTrader 4 for free and use that whilst you decide if trading is something you are actually going to invest some time and money into. I have and am considering, however, only using Motive Wave for my backtesting and TradingView for my live trading because it is so much more cleaner to look at and to use. I also like the fact I can view my charts from any device logged into my TradingView account. This is especially helpful when I'm away from my desk. And that wraps up this TradingView tutorial. I hope it's been useful and enabled you to start utilizing TradingView. If you have any questions or recommendations, please let me know in the comments section below. Thanks again, and stay disciplined.